touchdown.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. Now Brady to try again after the pick six. Goes underneath for Bell. Le'Veon Bell. Kiss him goodbye. A big play there on the catch and run. 75 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got it 1st and goal at the 6. They come up with one running back. That's Bell. They go play action here on 1st down. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
His pass caught at the 4. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And that's exactly why the Ravens drafted him, added him to their stable after drafting Hayden Hurst in the 1st round. A second tight end who can catch the football. He looks like a guy who's going to line up on the line of scrimmage and mash you in the running game as a blocker. But his best attributes, splitting out, catching the football almost as an extra wide receiver.
And Brady will sneak it. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Brandon, it's a situation like this where a head coach writes himself a note before the game. Remember, it's a long game. You don't have to chase points early. But on the other hand, it's a huge disappointment if you only come away with 3 after a big drive. Let's see what he decides to do.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one here on 4th and goal. They'll run it with Bell. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. Le'Veon Bell unable to get in. And the Vikings, they come up big down near the goal line. Now here's the first carry for Amir Abdullah. And he will take this up to about the 8-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On second down, here's Keenum. This is screen to Abdullah. And some space here. And he will finally be taken down up at the 48. A huge play there on the screen pass. 41 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, Mike's right. Switch.
On first down, Abdullah. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The tackle there by John Johnson.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A first carry here for Ty Montgomery. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own, but as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you, and if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
Steps away to his left. And that is going to be incomplete. Jordan Lewis right there on the coverage. Well, it was too far for a field goal try. You don't really gain a whole lot out of a punt, so I don't think you have much of a problem with that, do you?
No, not at all. I think it's the right play, the exact right play, because even if you want to play defense and pin them deep, you know how hard it is for a punter to knock one dead inside the 10-yard line. That's not necessarily easily done. So I think going for it there was the right call.
Throw left side caught by Goodwin. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Brady now on first down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Into the red zone, it's Brady. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
On second down, it's Bell. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Shadow! Hey, Alabama.
To throw is Brady. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Boy, you sure don't see that too often.
I guess you can't really call anything a gimme, but you figure with his track record, that's a sure thing. But it turns out it's not the case.
And they begin the drive with Abdullah. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
A second down run for Abdullah. And some room to work. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And now they'll throw with Keenum. He'll buy some time right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. To throw is Keenum. Caught by Nelson left side. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. And out now come the Eagles. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. play action. Now Brady. It's caught. Nelson's first catch. Good for a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
A give to Bell. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2. Now third down.
3 down.
2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia
Let's go.
after this. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Shadow. Alpha. 3 down.
Working from the gun, it's Brady. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Here we go, boys.
So they get the INT. Now here's Keenum. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he's going to go out of bounds. He takes this one down shy of the 20. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
Roger, 22.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Keenum. Throw left side complete. It's Nelson. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. J.J. Nelson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The give is to Bell. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin. On 3rd down, here's Bell. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. On play action, it's Keenum. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On 2nd down, Montgomery trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. The final shot before the break. Keenum forced out to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. You sure you're ready for the 3rd quarter? Need to use a bathroom or anything? All right, cool. Let's go. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. J.J. Nelson now to return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you think you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, take 1, man. Take 3. Jam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go, let's go. No. Roger. Here we go, boys. Come on out here. Come get some. Come on here. Hey, 52.
A give. This is Montgomery. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Yeah, we're good, we're good. Very left, very left. Go. Hey, check 20. Here you go, boys. Check 3. Hey, go, Roger. Like 20.
Here's Montgomery, and that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
So here are the Eagles now as they get set for their first possession of the 2nd half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
Now a play fake. Brady. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them can...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Now Brady throwing on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game, and I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they've missed a golden opportunity.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Bell, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short, and now it's 4th down. Here we go on 4th down now with Brady. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there. But they do convert on 4th. Brady, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. To give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
Let's face it, if you love football, you love the contact we just saw there. He really lowered the boom on him, but how about him holding on to the football? I can tell he's an ex-DB. That's discouraging to you to have that type of a hit, yet he still holds on to the ball and gets a first down.
On those crossing routes, though, as a receiver, you always know that's a possibility.
It has to be in the back of your mind, but it can't be primary. And for him, that was a clear example. He made sure he focused on the catch, took the hit, and what do they always say? It's worth it if you make the catch and get the first down.
15 yards through the air on a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
Orange! Let's go up. No, 66. Right!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Well, it hasn't been a whole lot of fun for Le'Veon Bell in this ball game trying to find room to run the ball. I'm sure they're going to have to change some things up because he's so versatile. They've got to get the ball in his hands somehow and create some space because they're losing this game.
Well, defensively, you got to key in on Bell, make him the focal point to stop, and they've been able to do that.
And he has gotten better every year he's been in the league, always adding something to his game. One of the premier runners in the NFL.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Jaron Reed able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now flags come in here. Looked like one of the Eagles might have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Here's Brady. A screen to Bell. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you've got a baseball background. Right?
A little bit. Started in minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen give when they're getting ready to run a screen pass? And if those get red, well, we just saw that there, didn't we?
No gain.
No gain. Deciphered it and finished the play off.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They'll try to get something going with Ty Montgomery. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hey, go, Roger. God, agree. Hey, go, Roger. Hey, 52. Get out. We're good.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Star Latulele in on the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Like 52, 55, 52. Hey, we got four now. Jump. Hey, go, Roger.
They run, Montgomery, and he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. To throw is Keenum. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
Let's go. Jam. Roger. 3-2.
From the red zone, it's Keenum. He'll leave it for Montgomery complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll run with Montgomery. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
He's going to get it running right. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. J.J. Nelson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one, because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, Well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Brady going to throw. And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jalen Ramsey. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles?
That's right. Then gets it with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So after the INT, it's Brady. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. After the interception, here's Keenum. Going up top. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Keenum's going to throw it here. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Brady will try again on second down. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 37. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
No doctor, doctor. We're good. Hey, orange.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll rifle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone can stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This is fielded at the goal line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Brady to throw on second down. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He got 29 yards that time. Brady now on first down. He's going to let it fly. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again. Brady. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. On 3rd and long, it's Brady. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Well, these guys want to do something positive as this game approaches its end, but after giving up back-to-back sacks, it's really been more indicative of how the game has gone for them.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
Hey, 66. Yeah.
Now Brady got to have this one. Now a desperation throw deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jordy Nelson, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot
there. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Vikings, they improved to 5-0 now on the young season. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium.
Look, I defeated my fears, so could tell of my tears. So ahead of my time, what comes next are all my oldest ideas. I'm wiser than my y'all feared. I'm willing to father my peers, all of my peers for all of my years. Out in the field, take a look at my shoes. Never had a thought that it might lose. Considering the cost, I had to give up my dues. Never got a talk to it like you. I've been feeling like a king for months. We eat all the rich cuisine for lunch. All these oh, you tried it, that's a piece of gum. Nah, look at me, I'm the captain now. I'm recruiting this year. I be praying for y'all while I'm praying for y'all. Like a lot of views in this deer. I hate to do with no plans. Now I'm usually get near. Oh, my ex are her man. Cause I'm the mutant in here. The virgin show us with the camera. Years ago, I had to up my standards. Make your missus Alabama. Turn it to my only private. Swear like she don't got the answers. Who's the boss? I feel like Tony Danza. Walk up in it like I got the swag. Wakanda swagger, I'm the blackest panther. Wakanda, y'all are wasting your time. I spend it, but I ain't wasting a dime. Might do some favors, but I ain't breaking my spine. Your girl has been calling for days. I get no different ways. That New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like, none of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. No invitation. Y'all all with me, I talk a lot, but y'all ain't got the heart to do the mission. I'm hard-headed like the juggernaut, but there ain't nothing I can do to listen. I'm authentic and I walk around like I just ate, but let you do the dishes. I'm Clark Kent, but mix the Autobots and mix with everything that you've been missing. Please get back and don't get that involved. Freaking sick, I need a padded walls. I'm the king, heavy crown, heavy rain, cat and dogs. Homie with me if you're asking for it. There ain't much that he be asking for. He just wanna have a paddock on with a watch face with little dragon balls. Look, you don't need me either. All I need is this. Don't go to ice, and I get OC. Be the man of your city. I'll be the man of my country. You could be the man of your city. I'ma be the man of my country. Your girl has been calling for days. I get they know different ways. New Orleans parades. Yeah, we like. None of my people are patient. We look like we on a vacation. Get no invitation. Yeah, we like. Your girl has been calling for days. I get they know different ways. Yeah, I'm like. None of my patient. We look like we on a vacation.
I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I woke up and I'm feeling like a boss right now. I'm gonna hold it down, I swear. I roll up and I'm smelling like a right now. I do this for my rounds,